To the customer, a restaurant server's job may look simple. Take my order, bring me my food, leave me the check, pick up your big tip. Anyone can do that, right? But a skilled and professional restaurant server knows the tasks involved are anything but simple. Let's take a closer look at all the possible tasks that a server may have to perform in the course of his or her shift at a commercial food service operation. Duties you may be required to perform in your role as a server at your workplace. We will divide these tasks into 9 categories or phases of service. Service setup, greeting guests, beverage service, taking food orders, serving the meal, maintaining the table, dessert service, guest checks, closing duties. Now, let us take a closer look at each of these activities and the skills involved. The bus person may be responsible for setting up the tables in your area before service. But it is your responsibility to make sure your section is perfect. Check the silverware to make sure it is clean and free of spots. Glasses should also be free of spots and not have any chips in the glass. Napkins should be clean with no holes. Salt and pepper shakers should be clean and should flow freely. Sugar bowls or caddies should be clean and neatly packed. The tablecloths should be clean with no stains or holes. Placemats should be clean and placed with the right side up. Condiments should be neat and full. Flower arrangements, if any, should be fresh. Make sure the table lamp works properly or the candles are fresh. Check the condition of the chairs to make sure that they are sturdy and free of unsightly nicks or tears. The booths should be clean and free of tears. And the floor or carpet in your section should be clean and free of any rips or tears that could cause a trip or a fall. Check the stock supplies in your side station. Glasses, silverware, condiments, garnishes, cleaning supplies, and napkins. At many restaurants, you usually fold napkins before the start of your shift each day. First, determine the number you need to prepare or fold. Again, make sure cloth napkins are free of spots, stains, tear, or any other damage. Fold the napkins according to your supervisor's instructions. Store these prepared napkins in your side station. Next, prepare your coffee station for service. Stock supplies, including lemon wedges, creamers, sugar, sweetener, stirrers, napkins, and coffee mugs or cups. Check the coffee pots to make sure they are clean and wash them if necessary. Go ahead, make the coffee. Depending on your restaurant or service procedures, you may also be required to prepare an ice bucket for wine or champagne service, or help to set up, stock, or prepare the salad bar or soup station. If your restaurant doesn't have a host, you may be responsible for greeting guests who are waiting to be seated. This is an important moment of truth that determines the customer's impression of your place of business. Make it a good one. Welcome the guests with a warm smile and hello. Ask about reservations if your restaurant requires them. Check the seating chart if necessary. Accommodate any special seating needs a guest might have, such as a wheelchair or a children's high chair. Direct the guests to their table. Male servers should pull out the chair for a woman if she allows. Present menus to the guests at the table, including any special kids coloring menus with crayons to children. Take away any extra or unneeded place settings. If your property does have a host or hostess to seat guests, make sure you greet the guests within 30 seconds of them sitting at the table.
Excuse me, sir. Can I take your beverage order?
Sure.
आप क्या लोगे बच्चे?
The first service you offer to newly seated guests is beverages. This is also a good opportunity to upsell additional items such as bar drinks or appetizers that help increase revenue for your business or restaurant.
How about an appetizer, sir? We have great chicken malai tikka.
You want?
Use an order taking system. Start with any children, then women, then men. Write the orders on a pad in the seating order of the guests, working clockwise. Use standard abbreviations and make note of any special requests.
Allow me to repeat your order, sir.
Repeat each guest's order before leaving. Make sure you offer water to any and all guests.
So would you like to have bottled water or regular water? Bottled water. I'll just be back with you. Thank you.
Pick up and check the drinks order and load them properly on a tray. Serve the drinks order. Children first, then women, then men. Pour any pitchers or bottles from the guest's right. Whenever you notice a glass or cup is a half to three-quarter empty, don't forget to offer refills. Pour the refills from the right. Pick up any empty glass when refilling or serving additional drinks. Take your table's food order in a timely fashion. This is another important moment of truth. Make sure you tell the customers about any specials or the soup or vegetable of the day.
Our soup of the day is tomato and basil soup, and all the ingredients are freshly prepared.
Make sure you stand in full view to easily address all guests. Again, use an order-taking system, establishing one guest as chair number 1. Start with children, then women, then men, and move clockwise around the table. Keep in mind that parents might want a child's food to be brought as soon as possible.
So how would you like your steak to be cooked, sir?
Ask any questions to complete the order.
Definitely. Thank you.
Don't forget to suggest or upsell any additional item to accompany their meal. Appetizers, soups, salads or wine, either by the bottle or the glass if available. Collect the menus and return to your restaurant's kitchen or point of sale unit to place the food orders. Check on the food frequently to ensure as timely a delivery as possible. That's right, it's another important moment of truth for great customer service. Before you serve the meal, bring out some bread and butter if available. Place the bread in the center of the table so guests can serve themselves. Or serve individual bread from the guest's left. Keep it refilled throughout the meal. Bring any condiments that may go with the meal service. Clear any empty plates or glasses to prepare the table for the meal. Check and pick up the food order as soon as it is ready. And properly load and lift the tray. Use a tray jack if necessary. Refer to your order pad to serve food to the correct guest. It's best not to bother the guest by asking or repeating what they ordered. Serve children first, then women, then men. Serve to the guest's right with your right hand. Place an entree plate with the main item closest to the guest and any side dishes to the left of the entree. Once your main meal is served completely, make sure you ask guests if they need anything else.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your meal. Thank you.
Some hotels offer thali service that is pre-plated. Bring the thali from the kitchen and place it in front of the guest. You may be required to serve guests in a platter-to-plate style. Place warm plates before the guest and then bring in the dishes in platters and serve on the guest's plate from the left-hand side using service spoon and service fork. Leftover food is kept warm on the side station. Check back on the table, but give guests ample time to start their meal before returning. Be specific to their food orders.
Is everything fine, sir?
Not exactly.
Was the steak up to your liking?
It was just kind of okay.
No problem, sir. I'll just replace it right away. I'll just give
Apologize if any of the food or beverage service is wrong and replace those items as soon as possible. Thank the guests and move on quickly. Maintain the table as needed, checking food and beverage levels, and remove any items if a guest is finished.
Would you like to have some more breads?
I think we're fine. Thank you so much.
May I do the clearance?
Before offering any dessert service, clear the table of unneeded glasses, silverware, plates or condiments.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What would you like to have for dessert?
Offer dessert service choices, either through a menu or a tray or cart, and make suggestions, including any dessert or after-dinner drink specialities. This is another good opportunity to upsell and increase revenue for your business. Take the order using the same system as the food order and noting any special requirements. Place the order and prepare any requested beverages. Then serve the beverages and desserts. Point any pies or cake slices towards the guest who ordered it, even though there are others who might be sharing.
I'll take care of it.
Prepare and present the guest check to the center of the table, unless a guest asks for it. Collect the guest check and settle the charges. Return the receipt and any change to the guests and thank them.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed everything. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Please.
Bring any items needed to reset the table on a tray. If it is your responsibility, make it a habit to clear the table within 5 minutes of guest departure. Clean and sanitize a hard surface tabletop or replace the tablecloth if necessary. Reset the tableware, being careful not to handle drinking or eating areas. Clean and straighten or rearrange any chairs as necessary. Remove any soiled item to the back and break them down in a tub following your restaurant's procedures. Closing duties for restaurant servers may vary, but here are some basic tasks that may be your responsibility. Close out all guest checks and perform any end-of-shift transactions. Remove all soiled linen to the laundry. Make sure to sort any items. Store any perishables such as bread, butter or condiments. Help break down and clean the salad bar if part of your duties. Restock silverware inside stations. Break down your coffee station, empty and clean the pots. Store the cream, wipe the area clean and discard any trash. Break down any ice buckets and water pitchers. Reset all the tables in your station. Never strip a table completely while guests are still in the area. And it is a good practice to store the glasses upside down so they don't collect dust before the next service day. And finally, make sure you straighten, clean and restock your side stations for your next busy shift. When you break it all down, it seems like an amazing amount of tasks or procedures. But once you practice them, the next step comes automatic to you. The work feels easier and the time flies. And the satisfaction of another shift completed Another round of happy customers, another day's earnings makes it all worthwhile for you and your team. You are professionals. Nice work.